right.
Man.
We got a crazy podcast going on it today because it was a lot that took place, man, and it's all about our Browns. A lot took place with our Browns. It's falling apart and it's going downhill real quick, super fast,
real quick.
It's falling apart and it's going
Sorry.
downhill real quick, super fast,
Real quick.
It's
I don't know how that happened, but go ahead, Coach. Sorry.
yeah, I got your reverb coming through. But yeah, man, it is listen. One, Deshaun showed us that's the best you're gonna get out of him. The best you're gonna get out of him was what he performed this past week. Deshaun has had decent games, but right now he's not vibing with the team. The receivers are not vibing with him. The offensive line is not vibing with him. So what do we do? Like, what do we do, man? Like, where does the Browns go from here?
Well, if you go for what I said on Sunday, I think we should just go ahead and start competing for that number 1 overall pick. But that's I said that on Sunday out of anger and frustration.
Okay,
like, I'm really sick of we have a good season, and then we have a bad season. We just can't be consistent. We only thing we're good at is being consistently bad. But I would say, man, at this point, you can't. I'm gonna say this as ownership and management. If you go ahead and bench dude, right?
Okay.
You're basically saying this $240 million experiment failed.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But is he okay? So right now, I kind of feel that Stefanski and Andrew Berry are like literally playing with their careers right now, because we're talking about $230 million experiment. It's going bad fast. So as a head coach and a GM, do you keep on going to your ego and saying that we're going to play this guy? Or do you say it is time to move on with Jameis Winston, see what we can get out of him, and just go from there?
Coach, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that, but I will offer this. What if it's being told to them by the ownership instead of them saying we need to go ahead and sit him, put him to the side right now? What if ownership is saying playing?
I mean, and I believe they are because of the investment that they put into him. And I'm not going to completely jump on Deshaun because Deshaun's offensive line is trash, but at the same time, his accuracy is terrible. He is missing wide open targets. He got to take some accountability. And I've been killing Deshaun. Everybody knows this. I killed Deshaun on a regular basis. But this week he showed us that this is the best he can do. Like he can't be consistent. He's extremely inconsistent. His arm strength looks terrible. His accuracy is off. He makes bad decisions with the ball. He's holding on to the ball way too long. So, okay, we can say Deshaun is doing that. So I had a debate with a guy on my Facebook page. He was like, but Aaron Rodgers is going through it too. Yeah, he is. However, Aaron Rodgers is a great. We already know this. Aaron Rodgers can still turn around and make plays, even though they play like shit and whatever country they were in this past weekend. He still kept them in the game. He still kept the Jets in the game. And almost had it in a position to tie the game had he not thrown that last interception. So, like when I heard him make that comparison, I was just sitting there like, "Are you serious right now?" I was like, "But come on, man! Like let's be real here. Like that's Aaron Rodgers, and he still kept them in the game with the undefeated Vikings. We got destroyed by a young Washington team who was playing with piss and vinegar. Like they're just all on everything.
That is true. We did get destroyed by a young Washington. My thing is with Deshaun and the whole offensive situation is that I believe, like I said, it's everybody's fault. You know what I'm saying? I go back to what happened during the game where they thought that Deshaun was not trying. Basically, I seen it all on Twitter where
Talking about when he walked off the field.
Yeah, they said this is where he quit on this team.
Yeah.
No, he didn't quit on his team.
He didn't.
It was 12 man in the huddle. Amari Cooper was counting 12, and he like, goddamn, we gotta call a timeout.
Yeah. So he just said, I'm walking off the field. Just take the field goal.
Yeah. Like at that point, it was if he takes the penalty, you know what I'm saying, he push you further back in that field. What yard? It was around the 50-yard mark. You know what I'm saying?
I think they were closer than that. I think they were around 25, 20-ish.
Okay. But either way you take the penalty, add more yardage. But I understand where people was like also burning the timeout. I get it, but he ain't quit on his team, man. I just think
he didn't. Honestly, if you want to ask me, the part of the team that quit was the defense.
Yeah, the defense is listen, Greg Newsome getting exposed. Emerson getting exposed. Denzel Ward is the only one that is not getting exposed, but at the same time, he can't stay healthy.
He got exposed too by his own teammate. His own teammate burned him for 65 yards, almost was a touchdown. And then guess who comes up lame? He comes up lame after that.
Yeah. But listen, coach, at that point, that's one play. After that, he still was on McLaurin. He almost had a pick against McLaurin after that. I don't know if he came up injured after that moment, but I know he almost had a pick later on in the game. And then after that, he went out with the hamstring and everything else. Either way it go, I think every receiver's gonna get got at least once in a game. And he got that one time. Luckily, it wasn't for quarterback gonna get got one time. He got it wasn't for a touchdown, he saved it.
All right.
Boom. I don't count that against him. Everybody else is getting exposed or getting abused.
And
the defensive line is just horrible.
You know where I'm about to come in at. Where the hell is Myles Garrett?
I don't know where that man at, man. Well, he don't know where he at.
Myles Garrett, man, is selling on us big time. And I don't give a damn what anybody take. You can talk about his feet. You can talk about his shoulder. You can talk about this, that, and the other. When he wants to play, he'll play. When he wants to play great, he'll play great. What this man is doing right now is saving himself for that trade deadline. If they lose this week, they about to clear house. And Myles is going to be one of the ones that's leaving.
I don't think so. I don't think he's leaving.
Myles is out.
I don't think he's leaving. I don't think they trade Myles. What team? What you gonna? So if you trade him, what you gonna get for him?
You gonna get a first. You definitely gonna get a first for him.
But what team is gonna give up a first for a former defensive player of the year? Bad feet, bad shoulder.
But that shit, I don't think the feet shit is legit. I just think the dude is making an excuse. I just think he's making an excuse so he doesn't have to play right now, or it doesn't have to play full time. My cousin just said, he said that the defense quit because the offense can't produce.
And I agree with him on that.
Yeah.
As a person who played on the defensive side of the ball and I loved it, it's also tough as hell to be out there play after play after play, and then you get, you're saying you get a ball to your offense and they don't do nothing with it. You like, come on, man. And especially when you give it to them in a position where they should be able to score a touchdown.
Yep.
And they'll come away. I think they came away with a field goal or whatever it is. It's like, come on, that's demoralizing as a defensive player. Like, and you out there trying to do your job.
Right.
The offense is the team that's supposed to have the ball for an extended period of time. The defense is supposed to get out there 3 and out. Boom, get the ball back to the offense. That's the defense's job.
Right.
But when they're on the field, I think at one point they showed the time of possession. I think at this point, the Commanders had the ball 21 minutes to the Browns 15.
And that in itself just can't happen, man. But
No.
it's at the point right now where if I'm Nick Chubb, there is no way in hell I'm coming. Now, here's the other bright side to it. I was thinking that if Nick Chubb comes, then the offensive line might be like, we got a running back. We got a chance now. Now we willing to block. Now we really ready to get out here and do something. I don't.
I agree with you, Coach.
They're not going to string 11 wins. They're not going to just string 11 wins straight.
No, they're not going to string off 11 wins. But I agree with you on the offensive line because that offensive line is built to go forward. They're not really built for pass sets. Right. You know what I'm saying? They're run blocking offense. The team is built by the run. Yeah. Now you want to, they dropping back there in the shotgun. That's not what they built for. Not their offensive line. So I think when Chubb comes back, even when Naeem from the guy, the other free agent running back that they bring him back that came in from Buffalo,
from Indianapolis or whatever.
Yeah, Indianapolis and Buffalo. You add those two. I'm not saying all is lost, even though I said it on Sunday, but given the division that we in, going 9-7 is still quick squeaking into the playoffs ain't bad.
Yeah, but with the way they going, this team can't go on the road and win in the playoffs. So that's just I'm at the point where I'm kind of like, it is what it is. They get in the playoffs. I mean, does that mean something if they get in the playoffs and they get blown out like they did last year? No. So like to me, that's a problem. My cousin saying he was just like, the problem is with Stefanski is he won't call plays for Chubb. I don't know. I think he's really high on Chubb, and I think he realizes that Chubb is the backbone of the team. The problem is that the morale of the team is already so far gone. It's like, does anybody really want to play for this team, and do they really feel that they can win with this team?
At this point in time, I don't think so. But it might also take a Nick Chubb coming back to you know what I'm saying, put some light some fire in them.
They might.
But at the same time, I think Stefanski, the offensive system that he was brought up in, under center, play action, run game, he's not built for what they're trying to do with Deshaun Watson. I think he needs to hand over play calling to Dorsey because Dorsey's more familiar with that. Right. He needs to be out there on some coach GM type stuff, making sure we have 11 man in the huddle so we're not wasting timeouts. Making sure we have, you know what I'm saying, we focus on all our procedural penalties and all that stuff, all the minor things that you need to do as a head coach. Hand it off to your OC, man. You hired him. You paying the man. Let him go ahead and do it. And if he fuck up, you can fire him. It's better than you getting fired.
Yeah. I mean, because that way you can place the blame on somebody else if you're the head coach. But like, this dude ain't doing what I'm telling him to do. So for whatever reason, like I said, Stefanski's gambling with his career with sticking with Deshaun, because at this point right now, you need something to wake you up. So you either need Chubb to come in and electrify the team, or you need to put Watson on the bench and give Winston a chance and see what he can do. Because at this point in time, if they lose this week, man, it's basically it's over with. They got the Eagles this week. Oh shit, Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley. That's one thing we definitely don't want to see.
Nope. Hopefully we get a lot healthier on that defensive side of the ball real quick. I don't know how much longer that ski mask robber Juan Thornhill is out for, but he need to bring his ass back.
Man, listen, I'm so disappointed in this team. Like, I knew when they didn't really make no moves in the free agency time, situation. I'm like, okay, but everybody else is getting better. We stayed the same. Like, when were y'all gonna decide to do something to make it worthwhile? And they really didn't make no moves that made us be like, hell yeah, that's a game changer. Now, I was happy with the Jerry Jeudy situation, But when you got an inconsistent quarterback, that really doesn't make no difference because you can't put the ball to him.
No, even I could say this. I know earlier you had talked about real quick. You had talked about him holding the ball long enough. So I had this question: is it him holding the ball too long, or he can't find, or the receivers ain't getting open?
I think it's a
I've seen a
combination of
couple.
both.
Okay,
I think it's because
that's what I was
Amari isn't a like. Truth be told, I think Jerry Jeudy could spread the field if he really had to. I don't think the routes are designed for him to. Amari Cooper can't stretch the field like that no more. When he does, he makes great catches because people are on him, but he's not separating himself from anybody. Yeah. So that's what when we had DPJ or DJP or whatever it was, Donovan Peoples-Jones, when we had him, he was the person that stretched the field, that made everything work underneath for what was the old boy from LSU that we had?
Landry.
Yeah, Jarvis Landry. So he was able to open it up for him. So it was like when we had that type of situation, it was able to work. Now it's not working.
And then I think also when you talk about the receiving group, coach, I think one of the biggest things that we missing, we don't have that third down guy that you know where he gonna be at and he know where the sticks at. We lost that in David Bell. People say whatever they want to about David Bell.
I'm sick about that one.
He moved the chain.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He moved the chain. And then when we lost him and Njoku, we ain't have nobody that's consistent. Even though Njoku do be dropping some passes, he'll take a 3-yard pass and turn into a first down.
I like the tight end Atkins, but they didn't utilize it. They barely utilized them this weekend.
Because they too busy using blocker, man, because you got Wells getting his ass kicked on one side, and then you got DeJuan Jones getting his ass kicked on the other side.
Yeah, that's true.
So you really run a lot of a lot of pass sets where you only really sending 2, maybe 3 receivers out into the play because you got to go max protect.
Right. That is true. That is very true.
So I don't even know if we even seeing the full capability of this offense because of what we're getting from the offensive line, coach. Like that's the big question. Is is the offensive line really playing that much a role in it? Because we're not seeing. I don't think this is what they had envisioned, coach. I really don't. Now that I'm sitting back and thinking about it, I don't think that's what they envisioned. But I think this is what they have to do because they tackles are just horrible. Your guards are just, and Batonio, he's old. Teller is just getting beat up. Posick is just getting beat up. Yep. Harris is just too light in the ass to play center.
Yep.
He's just too light. And then you got, the kid from out of Michigan. He's just young. Well, he's young NFL-wise, but he's old in age.
Right.
And then you know what I'm saying? It's we got all these missing pieces. It's this can't be it because you think about it when you see all these tight ends, they running a lot of 2 tight end, 3 tight end sets, and most of them are staying in and blocking, coach.
Yeah,
they're not releasing, so it's that's one less receiver. So I don't know how that's gonna work out.
I don't either. My peoples from New Orleans just jumped on. They said, "Who dat baby Saints in the house?" Listen, ain't nobody trying to hear no shit about the Saints. Y'all better make sure y'all do what y'all need to do against the goddamn Kansas City Chiefs tonight.
That's what y'all go do that. Go do that.
If y'all get through them, then you could talk about who that baby and all of this other shit. We ain't trying to hear none of that.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm rooting for y'all though. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for y'all and my boy Kareem Hunt. You know what I'm saying? Mahomes, you lost me, you and your girlfriend being a Trump supporter. But other than that,
man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for the Saints and I don't even keep rooting for 2. You know what I'm saying? The team and the person.
Hey,
I'm rooting for the Saints, coach.
But then I'm trust. Look, man, you know I coach Travis and all, but I definitely want Travis to do good, but I am not a Mahomes fan. I'm not a Mahomes fan. And it's so funny you said that because I thought him and his wife came out and said now that they're supporting Harris because of Taylor Swift.
I don't know about that, man. They better go listen. She they might have said it. I don't know if it's true, but she's still out here liking that man's tweet on Twitter and stuff. So
that is
I don't
true.
care what nobody say, man.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one because we put a lot of time on that one. So let's talk about the Guardians, man. The Guardians struggling in game 2. It was a defensive battle, man. It was a defensive battle all the way up to the 9th inning. And then they turned around and, 3-run shot in the 9th. Take them out. Like, we came in strong in game 1, 7-0. And they got their revenge on us with 3-0 today.
I watched the first 5 innings of game 1. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all I probably one who jinxed the Guardians in this one because when I cut it on, it was still 0-0. It was in that 9th inning. They had their closer out there. He had got that first out, and then when I cut it on, it was it was on to that second one, and then after that, the wheel just fell off. So I apologize. That's my fault.
He came in the 8th, and he did good in the 8th. But then the 9th, you could just see it slipping away. They were starting to time me, and one by one, shot to left field. It got through the shortstop, turn around. Then they put the other one. It was right field, but it dropped right in between, center and right field. Yeah. And then that next dude came up. He just timed him perfectly and put that shit center field with no problem. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah. Timed it perfectly, and I think he was sitting on that pitch. He knew he was waiting for it. Waiting for whichever, I don't know what it was, if it was a fastball or whatever. But he sat there and waited on it. And like how you said, Coach, took it on out. Once he hit it, and I saw how he had tossed that bat, I said, yeah, that's gone. Yeah. and instantly, I ain't gonna lie, instantly I cut it off at that point because I'm like, yeah, that's my fault. I jinxed y'all. I jinxed my team.
So we gotta get these next 2, man, and just hurry up and end this shit. Like, it's the one thing that drives me crazy about Cleveland teams. Like, for whatever reason, we just don't keep our foot on the gas. If it's in a football game, we get the lead, we start playing conservative. If it's in baseball, we on top of stuff, we start playing like real conservative. I don't understand why that keeps happening.
We have a blue collar mentality, but not a killer's mentality.
Most definitely.
So we gonna work hard, we gonna fight hard, but when it's time to take somebody out, we ain't gonna do it. That's just how we built. That's just unfortunately. Well, that's how I ain't gonna say the city because the city, oh boy, some different things going on in the city. Yeah. But the teams, our sports teams, that's how they are, man. This is not. We're a blue collar team. We're gonna play. We're gonna rough it out, tough it out, but we ain't gonna kill nobody.
Right. Hey, my cousin said it, and I was just about to say it too. He beat me to it. But my cousin said that the last guy who hit the 3-run shot, he threw 3 sliders in a row. So it was like one foul. He was just like, okay. I think the first one was a strike. Then the second one was a foul tip. And then he was like, okay, I'm on you now. And then that next one was a bomb. That's when it happened. So it's like, you ain't switch up your pitches. You ain't try to hit him with nothing different.
And the pitcher, the hitter before him, like, no, one of them, he had hit him with 2 fastballs.
Yep.
And then, like, I don't know, from what I watched, he was throwing nothing but fastballs and sliders. That's all the commentators said they were saying. So I don't know, like, why did you throw 3 straight sliders and you see him, especially the one before the home run, he threw that with some heat.
Yeah.
And he still, he gave that a pretty good shot. So it's like, what was I don't know. I would have went back to that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he, for whatever reason, I don't know why he would make that choice and why the catcher would even call for that. But you should have hit him with something else, something that would have made, you know what I'm saying? That said, let's mix it up. You could have threw a curveball in there, even if it would have went towards his head or something. That would have shook him up. You know what I'm saying? Shook him up like, oh, okay, you trying to, and now you playing with his psyche. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And for whatever reason, they ain't do that. And I'm kind of like, that was kind of stupid that you wouldn't even do that. But I mean, it is what it is. When it's all said and done, they got to pull out these next 3. Next 3, because it's the best of 5, right? So no, you only next 2. Next 2.
Yeah, next 2. Yeah,
next 2. But and on staying with the Guardians, So, how you feeling about this Terry Francona situation? Did you hear about it?
Yeah, I heard about it, man. Terry knew what he was doing, man.
Man,
I was playing.
he played us, man. That dude said he was done, he was sickly, he was all kinds of stuff. And then this man decided to call it quits on us and then go and join in Ohio. You joined the Cincinnati Reds. How do you do that to Ohio, man?
I don't know how he do that to Cleveland fans, but Terry at the same time, Terry just needed a year off, man. But you know, he can't take no year off as no coach. He needed to get himself together. I felt like when I heard he was retiring, I'm like, man, that don't sound right. But then I heard it was for health reasons. And I know when it be like stuff like that, like when you had Urban Meyer or certain coaches when they go away for health and it take about a year and them just chilling and they'll be right back at it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's when I heard it, I'm like, yeah, you just did an Urban Meyer. It's all right, Terry.
But you came back in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
That man, that hurts. That hurts. So
That's
now you about to make that into a rivalry. Like it was already something, but it really wasn't like that. But now I can see that being taken into a personal game now.
Oh yeah, it's very much gonna be a rivalry now. Like I ain't even gonna lie to you. I didn't even know that they had it's called Ohio Cup in baseball, where it's basically Cincinnati versus Cleveland. Whoever wins the series wins the cup.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So I guess Cleveland has been winning it and it's been staying here for I don't know how many years now. But this past time when they won it, they had on T-shirts that said Cincinnati's in Kentucky.
Okay.
So I think it is going to make it a rival. It's still going to make it better. But it's all about, to me, is if Cincinnati's going to spend that money and get some players for them.
They definitely, because they already know what he's capable of doing.
Yeah.
They already know what he's capable of doing. So it's a possibility. Like they can make that happen like soon. They can start spending money now. We at the end of the season now. They can start setting up I'm pretty sure they got they free agent board set up on all the people they're gonna go after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I don't know. That Francona thing kind of bothered me, man.
Yeah, Tito knew what he was doing, man.
I was just like, come on, man. Like that. Like, really? How you going of all teams, you go to Cincinnati. So you stay in the same state. And then that's what you gonna bring to us. Like, that's what you do to us. I'm not feeling that.
I think we played them like maybe 12 times out of the year, so you're gonna see each other.
Man, that is crazy.
So like I said, he knew what he was doing in the shoot. Now we got an in-state rival. Let's go.
My cousin just said World Series all Ohio in the next couple of years. Cleveland versus Cincinnati. That would be dope. That would be dope.
Tell him that would be dope. And if that happened, tell him I'll buy him a bottle of Casamigos on me, man. Reposado, man. If that happens, I got a bottle.
hey, Rashawn, you hear what he said? He said, if that happens, he said he got you on a bottle of Casamigos.
You know what I'm saying? I got him.
Hey, that would be crazy, but I mean, it would be dope if that was to happen. I don't think it's gonna happen, but that would be dope.
Yeah, I don't think so, but that would be that would be very nice if it happened.
Oh yeah. All right, let's get to this next topic, man. Did you watch the college games this weekend?
Yes, I did.
Did you see Bama go down?
Yes, I did. That was a shocker. And it was the one time that I wish I was a betting man because I knew it. If I felt it in my bones when I woke up on Saturday that this was going to be a very weird Saturday college football day. I was just hoping and praying it didn't happen for my Buckeyes, which it didn't. But for Bama and them, I knew this was going to be somebody. I knew it was going to be a lot of L's by ranked teams. And fortunately, Bama was one of them.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you, when I was watching this game, I'm watching Pavia, the quarterback for Vanderbilt. When I saw what he was doing from the very beginning, I said, "Oh, this is another Johnny Manziel. This is about to be
Mm-hmm.
another Johnny Manziel moment against Alabama." And when I was watching it, and I'm really like I'm dissecting the hell out of this offensive coordinator because I posted on Facebook. I said,
Yeah, I
whoever
saw
whoever
it.
is calling this game understood the assignment. It's rare that
Mm-hmm.
I get excited over play calls, but this dude was dissecting Alabama. Like they had
Yeah.
no clue where the ball was going, where the quarterback was going, and when he was making his passes off into the pass, like in the and not in the pass, but the like the sidelines and stuff and the flat.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, like this is about to happen. And then the defense started stepping up too. And see, Alabama was banking on we quick strike team. We're a quick strike team.
Yeah.
We're gonna just come back, we're gonna beat them. Now realizing that Vanderbilt is taking this ball, they're grinding it out, they taking all of the time off the clock,
Mm-hmm.
and they're getting third and longs. Like they're converting on third downs. And this dude
Yeah.
was just making play after play after
After
play. I
play.
said, and he was wearing number 2, just like Johnny Manziel. He was short like Johnny Manziel, and he came out and
Oh man.
delivered just like Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, man. He balled out. I just felt like just coming back from the game that Alabama had against Georgia, that was a trap game. And
Yeah,
they got trapped.
yeah,
Vanderbilt balled out. And like how you said, Coach, I feel like they also feel like there's a quick strike team. They can score points with anybody.
yeah.
But when you getting stopped by Vanderbilt's defense and they scoring points, that means you got to score twice as many points. So that makes it a little harder. You know what I'm saying? But they great game by Vanderbilt. Offensive coordinator called one hell of a game.
Yes, he did.
2, I don't know what it is with these number 2s this season, but the 2s on a lot of teams is killing people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think number 2 for Alabama is the rookie wide receiver. And then, but either way go, man. Good game. Vanderbilt, good job, man. I think that was their first win against a ranked opponent in a long while, man.
That was the first time since 1984.
Wow.
Yeah, 1984. And then look, man, I was impressed. I was really, really impressed with the way that they played. Now, I will say, I played wide receiver in high school. When I went to college, I started off there and then they switched me. Here's the reality. Ryan Williams and Jeremiah Smith are the 2 dopest freshmen. And like this would be a time the NFL needs to change that rule and be like, you're already at the top of the top in your position. You should be able to be drafted now because these dudes are incredible. Now, I will say that Alabama is relying on Ryan Williams a little too much with them circus catches. That kind of hurt them also. But I just want to give them their credit, man. Them dudes is dope. Like they super dope at wide receiver. And I was just like, wow. Like these dudes can play.
Definitely. They both can, man.
Yeah.
To be 17 and 18 years old in college, doing it, on a freshman, as a freshman on a high level, we talking about, Power 5 football.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Where a good percentage of the players or teams that you going against, the players you're gonna see in the league.
Yes.
So they doing their thing, man. Like, what I'm saying? I see Jeremiah more than I see Ryan Williams, but Jeremiah, that man is something different.
Yeah, I will put him above Ryan. The one-handed catches, man, is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But the one-handed catch that he made on the Iowa kid, I only seen the one because I ended up falling asleep and stuff because the game was just boring to me because they was just dogging him. But I saw him catch that ball with one hand and the dude was on him and he had the other hand and he took him and just mugged him off of him like, dude, I got this. Like, I'm like, whoa. Whoa, this dude is something different.
something way different, man. He had two one-handed one-handed catches against Michigan State. One of
Yes.
them, the defender's hand is inside his face mask,
Yes.
and then the next one after that is one-handed touchdown grab. That was I ain't even gonna lie, Devin Brown. That was one hell of a thrown ball. The way he threw it and the angle he threw it from. But
Right.
it was even a way better catch by Jeremiah Smith and the wherewithal to even stay in bounds and still score the touchdown.
Yes.
That's the whole point, man. And then, like how you said that one yesterday, man, he was like, dude, just get off of me.
Get off.
It was like him going off for a rebound, man.
Yeah. It was crazy. It was super crazy. But all right, but did you see the Miami game?
I watched some of it, not all of it. The reason why, I ain't gonna lie, I got tired, but I did watch the highlights, and to me, I don't know if it's more of a Miami comeback or the refs helping Miami come back.
Nah, man. Nah. Now look, now a lot of people know, man, my other college team is the Hurricanes outside of Ohio State. Now,
How is that?
It's a long story back in the days, man. I'll reveal that story one of these days. Miami Hurricanes was down 35-10 when I turned on the television. I said, "Are you serious right now?"
Mm-hmm.
I was like 35-10, and then I just watched. And Ward said, "Okay, hold my beer. I'm about to show you how this works." And Ward dissected this squad, and the defense stepped up. Now, the final score was 39-38. You was winning 35-10. You could, and all you scored was 3 points. Miami went up and down the field. Like them dudes just said, "We about to play ball. It's time for us to play Miami ball." And they turned around, man, and they just went in. They went in and drove up and down the field. They shutting them down. They hitting the quarterback now. This dude was so rattled. He could not believe what was happening. So, hey, you know they saying that's who the Browns is looking after right now, right?
Yeah, I heard Cam Ward. I heard Quinn Ewers.
They said Ward is at the top of their board is who they looking to get. So,
listen,
yeah, man.
I'm gonna say this. I don't think the city wants another black quarterback.
We'll talk about that next week. We'll talk about that next week because you might be right on that one. You might be right. Oh man. So yeah, man, it was a crazy week of college ball this week. So it was just good to see.
Definitely. For me, I take my joy in Michigan losing. Good job, Michigan.
Washington.
Good job, Washington. Good job. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that win. The Big Ten, no, Michigan ain't doing nothing, man.
Not without their signal caller.
Of course not, man. The surprise, though, I want to talk real quick.
My cousin said whatever.
Tell him it's all right, man. Y'all will be back, man. One day, when y'all get another signal caller, that's gonna keep. But no, man. Indiana's been surprising me, man. Indiana's 6-0.
Yeah, and ain't nobody talking about them like that. They just creeping up on everybody.
Exactly. So when they put, I don't know if they play Michigan, man, but come on now, play the Buckeyes. That's gonna be a good one.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's definitely gonna be a good one. All right, so let's get into week 5 of the NFL, man. Week 5 of the NFL. Any surprises? Anything that stuck out to you? Anything that you like?
Friggin' Minnesota Vikings, man.
They're for real.
They just keep winning. They're for real. And I honestly watched that game. I was up. I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
And Darnold didn't look good, but they still made plays when they needed to get, when the plays need to be made.
Yeah. They for
They're for
real.
real. That defense is for real.
My cousin said, King Henry again. King
He right about that.
He was out there dogging. He was definitely out there dogging. Hey, what else you gonna say? King Henry.
Can't say nothing. He out there doing it.
He doing what they paid him to do.
Yep.
So,
and the crazy thing is, I know a lot of people felt that he had reached his prime last year. That was it. He wasn't gonna be nothing.
Yeah.
And look at that man now. And I ain't gonna lie.
He needed a new situation.
Yeah.
That's all. He needed a new situation.
Situation that he found is great.
My takeaway would be Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray shocked San Fran. I was really surprised by that because he don't get a lot of credit, and he truthfully has been playing good this year. He's truthfully been playing good this year, just floating under the radar.
Ever since he knew that just to get the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr., because the first game of the season he didn't get the ball to him and they lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After that, he's been getting the ball to Marvin Harrison. Marvin's averaging, I think he's a touchdown a game ever since then.
Yeah. I wonder why he made that comment about that. Like, was he feeling some type of way? I wonder why he would even make that comment as a quarterback.
Man, I think it's the ego, and because Marvin is the new shiny toy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody love him, and he ain't and Kyler ain't getting that attention. And it's like, dude, if you don't get the ball to this number one receiver that we drafted, you know what I'm saying? I think that's it. But dude, that's realistically your best player to me offensively.
Yeah. Yeah.
So get him, you know what I'm saying, get the ball in his hand. Kyler, do your job.
Yeah. That's that, yeah. I would say. But I'll tell you, with the 49ers having all the injuries that they got, they're gonna be on a struggle bus for a minute. The 49ers gonna be on the struggle bus for a minute.
You think once they get healthy, they'll be all right?
I don't think CMC gonna come back this season.
You don't think so?
According to they're saying that this dude got like a tendonitis in his Achilles. That's weird. I've never heard of that before.
No, I ain't think I heard that. I heard a tendonitis in your knee.
Yeah.
I ain't heard about that in your Achilles.
So they said it was something like that. It was a weird name for it, but they basically said that's what it was. So I don't know what that means. What does that say? Same as bank. My cousin was talking about something, referencing something from high school. But but yeah, man, like Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills kind of surprised me because y'all done took it on the chin twice now.
Man, I'm still a line from the old Chicago Bears. Who was it? I forgot who the coach was, but he said they are who we thought they are.
Dennis Green.
That's who Buffalo. Dennis Green. That's who Buffalo is. They are who I thought they was, man. Everybody's like, oh, Buffalo. Yeah, man, y'all ain't really playing nobody.
Right.
Y'all ain't really playing nobody. So at the end of the day, yeah, y'all who I thought y'all was gonna be. I'm not shocked by this.
Hey, I'm not gonna say I was shocked. I was shocked in his stats. 9 of 30 for 131 yards.
Yeah.
You only completed 9 passes as a starting quarterback in the league.
He don't got no receivers.
That's not what they were saying up until the Baltimore game.
Yeah. Well, when you let the Baltimore defense get an electric pulse into them,
yeah,
that's what happened. Like they was on their deathbed until somebody came and gave them the defibrillator. The defibrillator was the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, you gave that defensive backfield, made them like a couple games. They was feeling like they was thinking they was horrible.
Yeah,
you gave them some confidence in that game.
They gave them a lot of confidence because you had Derrick Henry put up 180 they did 181 on them. 181 on the ground on them. I mean, that was crazy. And then you let Lamar Jackson just go off and do what he needs to do. Shit,
Do
they said them
do
two
regular
combined
Lamar.
in the last 3 weeks have put up 950 yards rushing.
I could believe it.
That's
I
crazy.
could believe it.
That man.
Hey, when we get Lamar another weapon back there with him in that run game. All they need to honestly add is maybe like one more receiver.
Yeah.
They you know what I'm saying? That'll be a nice offense. And I bet you they're not gonna do what the Browns did in the offseason. They're gonna go and add somebody.
Yeah. And the
Even
crazy
if they
part
don't,
of it is we could have had Henry and Chubb.
yeah.
We could have had Henry and Chubb.
Could have had a lot. All they did was running back with no improvements.
They put all their money and time and effort into Deshaun Watson, trying to build around Watson. Only to realize that Chubb is the backbone of the team.
Yep.
But let's see. Listen, I was heated with my Seahawks. I was heated. How do you let Daniel Jones come out and show out on you like they're the Browns or something?
Danny Dimes.
Man, this dude came out running the ball, passing the ball. And the thing that pisses me off is the head coach for the Seahawks is supposed to be the former defensive coordinator from the Baltimore Ravens. So you don't know how to coach defense now? You don't know how to coach defense? You just let them go out there and do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to rub it in because I already know that they didn't have neighbors. You ain't got to rub that shit in and made my Seahawks look worse, man. I don't need you to rub that in on me. But yeah, man, it was. Yeah, I was heated. I was super heated with my Seahawks, and man. But hey, I'm gonna tell you a game that didn't get talked about because we was already after the podcast. Atlanta and Tampa Bay Thursday. Was it Thursday night or Monday night game?
That was I believe a Thursday nighter.
Thursday. Man, Baker showed out, but Kirk Cousins showed out even more.
Captain Kirk.
and that kid Mooney that he throws to, Mooney has emerged as the number one receiver on that team. I don't know what's the deal with Cousins and Pitts. I know what's his name, Drake London. Him and Cousins make some stuff happen. And Bijan Robinson, Bijan Robinson, right? And
yeah.
Has basically, like, I don't know what's going on. It's like maybe they starting to feel ain't enough balls going around, or I know Bijan might be mad that he's splitting time with the other dude, but it's looking rough for like them as a team. That's just gonna implode on them eventually because Pitt's gonna be mad he ain't getting the ball. Bijan gonna be mad that he's splitting carries. And London is like, I'm cool, but I can emerge a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Baker came out and was dropping dimes all over the place. It was the defense to let him down.
Well, Baker did ball out. I say that much. He did do his job. But Captain Kirk and them just played a better game.
Yes, sir. He did.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely did.
Get credit where credit's due.
Got to. And that man turns around and he does what he needs to do. And people still don't give him his credit. Like, that dude is the highly underrated quarterback. Kirk Cousins don't get the respect he deserves.
And I think the reason behind it, though, is because Kirk will give you a good game like how he just did, and then turn around and give you some straight hot garbage on a warm summer night game the next time.
So it sounds like to me he the white version of Dak Prescott.
Pretty much overpaid.
Overpaid, but I mean they both play the same exact way. They hot one day, they not the next.
Mm-hmm. Overpaid, they will get you to the playoffs. They you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna get you no first round victory, but they'll get you there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can definitely see that. Caleb Williams was dropping dimes this weekend, coach.
The painted nail bandit, as I
Hey,
call him.
hey, I understand it was against Carolina. Wasn't it Carolina? No, it wasn't Carolina.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
Carolina, wasn't
Carolina.
it?
Yeah,
So they played them again. Oh no, they ain't play. Who did they? Didn't they already play Carolina in the first week?
I will have to see. Let me see.
I don't think it was Carolina they played. Indianapolis? No, they played them last week.
Chicago Bears schedule. Let me see here, coach. Let me see.
It wasn't the Raiders because Denver played the Raiders. And I keep telling everybody they better pay attention to Bo Nix because Bo Nix is a legit quarterback.
What was that? Sunday was the what day was Sunday?
The 3rd or the 6th.
The 6th?
Yep.
This is an old schedule I'm looking at here. Let me. They played the Panthers 36-10.
So they played the Panthers twice?
No, they started out. Let's see here.
Who they opened up with?
They opened up with the Chiefs. No, hold on. That's preseason. Hold on.
They opened up with Indianapolis, didn't they?
I don't know.
I think it was Indianapolis they opened up with because the defense came and jumped on Indianapolis. I believe it was Indianapolis.
That's crazy. For some reason.
It don't matter. Bottom line of it is Caleb Williams is dropping dimes this week. That boy put up a 300-yard game.
I got it here, Coach. Sorry. They opened up with Tennessee. Then they beat Tennessee.
That's who it was.
They lost to Houston, lost to Indy. They beat the Rams in Carolina.
Okay. So yeah, that's who it was. So it was Tennessee. I was thinking the blue uniforms. I don't know why I thought that was Carolina. I forgot about Tennessee. But yeah, so Caleb Williams dropped dimes, man, this past weekend. I was really impressed. With it.
The painted nails did a good job for him.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's get into some real stuff. Why does this man Donald Trump keep on pushing out all these lies, man? I swear, man, I can't figure it out for the life of me. But Donald Trump is out here just blatantly lying now. Now it takes me back to the point when he was like, I can off somebody right here in the middle of the street and they still gonna vote for me. So it's basically like this man is saying, I can just lie to everybody and they still gonna believe any and everything that I gotta say. And that's literally what's taking place.
Pretty much.
And we're living in a time right now where they won't do interviews. The funny part of it is you're calling out Kamala Harris for not doing any type of interviews with the media. But then you won't interview with certain people because you're worried about being fact checked. So like in society now, we're sitting back and fact checking is considered a negative thing. That's where we're at right now. Like fact checking is a negative thing. I don't know, man. My computer is literally doing things on its own. I don't know what just happened. But fact checking is now a negative thing. And I sit back and I ask anybody, I'm like, so let me get this right, especially women. Let's get this right. If your man lied to you, you would fact check everything he said. If you thought your man was cheating, you would sit out there and you would set up like sting operations to catch this man in his lies. But you won't question any lie that Donald Trump is saying. You won't question anything that man is saying. I don't understand what is wrong with society and how we've gotten so brain dead and just all of a sudden facts don't mean nothing. The lies mean everything. And people are just like taking it like it's a reality show. Like I saw a dude today on a podcast say, man, y'all just be taking this stuff too serious. It's a black dude. Y'all be taking this stuff too serious, man. Trump just out there. He an entertainer. He clowning. That's what you going with?
He clowning, but it's a serious type of clowning. Like
exactly.
He's out there being he's like what would they say? He's a carnival barker. He's one of them old dudes that come back in the old days, pull up to your town, snake oil salesman. That's what he's doing. That's what Trump is doing. But the thing is, he's doing it with your lives. That's the big difference that people need to understand. Yeah, he's a showman. That's what he's gonna do. The Apprentice. That's what he did. All that stuff. He's a showman. But he's a showman that has the shows that he has putting on has serious consequences for a lot of people.
Yes.
That's what people need to understand. Like,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. Like, if you support him, go ahead. That's on you. I don't understand how anybody supports dude because this is not how, people are like, oh, well, he's saying the stuff that he's saying the stuff that we all want to say. So basically, he allowing y'all to be a racist and asshole. That's what you guys are voting for him for? If that's the case, then just say it.
Basically, he's given a certain group of people, the hateful group, a voice, and now they're like, we got our Superman, and now they're turning around and they're sinking their claws and teeth into other people, and like they're slowly starting to work on their brains. And got them convinced, like, oh, we just didn't do the research. What research are you talking about? Like, what research are you looking at? What are you listening to? It's like, man, come on. That's
is to me, I think like I keep telling people, man, what we are witnessing right now is political theater at its utmost. They are going for Oscar award winning type shit going on right now.
Yep.
Like, to me, we've seen the wag the dog, and people can get mad at me for saying it, but the assassination attempt to me was a wag the dog type thing. You know what I'm saying, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying. We're just seeing it played out right in front of us at its finest, and we are playing our roles as characters in the roles, but we're also watching this unfold in front of us, and the media is playing a good job of showing us what they want to show us. Like, I blame, like, most of this blame goes on to the media. Your job is to fact check. How you gonna tell me you're not gonna fact check?
Yes,
that's your job.
Yes,
that's your job, coach. Like, that didn't make no sense. And then on top of it, for years upon years, y'all let this man go out there and lie, and y'all didn't fact check him, and now y'all going back and forth whether to fact check him or not. No, y'all should have been did it, because before it was a dude, I forgot his name, Howard Dean, coach. He was running. And do you know he was leading too? I think it was with Democrats, and he lost it in Iowa because he, during the campaign speech, he did a yeah, and after that, they was like, oh my God, that was so yada yada yada. And after that, he lost a whole bunch of support off of that.
Wow.
But y'all over here supporting the man. What, 4 baby mamas, a whole bunch of kids, a whole bunch of divorces, bankrupt a casino, sexual assaulter,
34 times convicted felon,
34 times, wrote an op-ed about innocent black kids getting want to be jailed and killed for life, a whole bunch of stuff, Muslim ban, a whole bunch of crazy stuff.
Exactly.
That's who y'all want. Like, I'm a little lost here. Like, so I'm guessing whatever ethics and moral America had at one point in time went out the window.
I agree.
Or we just never had none. We just out here faking.
Hey, I like the way Mark Cuban put it. And before we get ready to get up out of here, Mark Cuban said, if this man came to you and told you that he was 7 times bankrupt, every business that he had has failed, would you hire him to run your business? If your answer is no, then there's no way in hell you're going to qualify this man to run our country.
Exactly.
So, yeah. All right, y'all. We at the end. So, once again, let's get to the Facts Podcast. It's sponsored by No More Struggling Entertainment, the original bonus, and OPM clothing line. I am the host, Doss, my man, Coach Shot. As always, it's a pleasure, my guy.
Sir. Yes, sir. Always.
And we appreciate y'all joining us, and get with us next week. All right, y'all.
Yes, sir. Peace.
In the lives. All right, Coach.
All right, Coach.
Get up, man. I'm gonna send everything through.
Yes, sir.